Good afternoon, it's Katerina Odarchenko, and today I wanna talk to you about fake referendums in my native Kherson region, and also fake referendums in Zaporizhia, Lugansk, Donetsk region in Ukraine, and why Russians do that. So if you not read the news, I will explain what the situation. So when Russia do invasion to Ukraine, they firstly take army, and army come to my native Kherson region. It's the next region from Crimea, which was annexed, as you know, and also they come to other regions. So it's Zaporizhia region. It's, of course, they move forward from territories which was occupied 8 years ago in Donetsk, Lugansk region. So Putin take to army more than 100,000 people, and they move forward from occupied territories and from places on Russian border to Ukraine. And on some territories they moving forward, for example to Bucha. As you know, this situation, they was there more than 1 month, and when we see what war crimes Russian do on territory where they were, it's really horrible. It's raping, it's torture on people, it's killing of civilians, it's of course robbing all houses, and so on and so forth. But Ukrainian army can do good work, and now in some territories, of course in Kiev region and in some part of Kharkiv region, our army have great success, and Russians not more there. But in Kherson, Zaporizhia region, Lugansk, Donetsk, Russia now do the same scenario as they used to do. So they organize fake referendums in those territories. So first of all, how it was, yes. So people are with guns was in every street, and also people, and also army guys was with all people of like election commission, and they go to houses of people and said, do you wanna vote for joining, for example, Kherson region to Russia? And of course, if this election commission come to your house with weapons, people said yes, okay, I will vote for that. But it also was not so many people, because mostly citizens or not open doors to these people, or don't go to these places where also was organized like voting. Of course, I mean like voting and commission and republic as fake voting, fake republic, fake commission, because it's not normal process. So it's like referendum under guns. And Russia do that not one day, but like few days. And on the finish they said that more than 80% of people wanted to join to Russia, and that's why we will support our new elected leaders of fake republics. And the same day they wrote letters to Russian Duma, it's Russian parliament, that these fake republics ask Russia to join to Russia Federation. So as you can see, and I also can post with this video in comments some photo of these ballots, some photo of these ballots, some photo of people, how they come to houses, and so on and so forth. But the main issue, why they do these fake referendums. So first of all, they wanted to show to Russian people that Ukrainian people on these territories really want to be in Russia. But of course, I'm from Kherson region, and my father for a long time was politician in Kherson region. He was many times elected from Kherson. Now he in Russian killing list, in sanction list of Duma. So that's why I'm originally from this region, and I can talk to you directly that our people don't wanna be part of Russia. It's obvious, and it's any referendum of the gun. It's of course illegal, and of course I think that mostly countries can't accept this referendum. So that's why first of all they do like picture for Russian voter that this republic like Russia, like Putin, and wanted to join Putin. Even when you maybe also Google on Russian or Ukrainian language, you can see fake news where women like from paper read that thank you Mr. Putin that we finally joined to Russia because we hate Ukraine, it's quote, yeah, and we thank you for liberating us, and so on and so forth. So they do this fake news and share this fake news, but really of course, and I as a person from Kherson said to you that people don't wanna join Russia, and of course they see all war crimes which Russia do now. Secondly, it's a situation that they now will do mobilization on this territory. What mobilization? So like Russia now understands these territories as their territories. Of course only Russia, Belarus, Eritrea and North Korea understand that, but they understand these territories as their territories. So they said, okay, if you're part of Russia, your men's and young men especially need to join to Russia army. So you know the main problem that now they will take Ukrainian men to Russian army to kill other Ukrainians. So it's really horrible situation, and the world must know about that, because we already have these practices in Donetsk and Lugansk region. As you remember, they occupied these regions previously, and now they do more occupation in this region. So there are already Russians take people on the street and said that now you will serve to Russian army. So it's main problem. Second problem that they do their fake republics with fake structures. So they do their administrative regime. So they already change heads of administration, heads of schools, heads of universities, heads of different communal structures, so who do like municipal work and so on and so forth. And they already also take from Russia more than 20,000 people to do this occupation regime and to organize this like administrative stuff. And of course, third problem is that now Ukrainians haven't Ukrainian mobile phones, Ukrainian bank system, and really connection with Ukraine, because like Russian block all border, and that's why they also like form message on these territories that Ukraine not with you, they don't pay pension to you, that's why you must take Russian humanitarian aid, and you must take Russian money and like pension or other social benefits, and to take it you must have Russian passport. And they do pressure, like do Hunger Games on people to take this Russian passport, because if you haven't this passport, you will haven't food, any medicine, and so on and so forth. So it's really violation of all human rights, of all citizen rights, but Russia violates also Geneva Convention in all this war. But you must also understand how cruel they are on occupied territory. The next issue that they also do more pressure with their nuclear messages, and also with their point that it's our territory, and like in our law it's our territory, so they do more pressure to international community with all this with all these messages and all this escalation, because of course this referendums, it's escalation of process. Situation it's very hard for people, mostly people who own these territories, even in Kherson region. Now it's old people, it's women, it's people in villages, it's people, handicapped people, and they can't also be evacuated, because to be evacuated they also must wait for a long time, or people who trying to evacuate themselves, many times they was shattered and have problems, because Russian trying to control this evacuation process. So it's really hard also to get out from this territory, and as you can understand, old people can't wait for 5 days in field and be under guns and have a risk to be shot at, only because they want to leave, they want to be evacuated. So really very hard situation in Kherson region, and I ask you also to share this video, because I'm originally also from that region, and I'm also my relatives, they witnesses of all these war crimes and all this hard situation, and I also ask you to do pressure to your representatives, also before midterms, and to sign petition, to ask your representatives here in DC or in European Union to give to Ukraine more weapons, to give more humanitarian aid, to give more money to our economy, because now we fight for all our civilization. We fight with autocracy, we fight with war crimes, we fight for democracy regime, not only in Ukraine but all over the world, because now Putin also have war not only with Ukraine, but also with all other democracy world. So thank you one more time for support. Please share situation with these fake referendums. Please ask me details or photo, video, other materials if you work with media or if you bloggers, and hope we will win this war against Putin war crimes and Putin autocracy. Take care.